Hi guys, it's Kennedy back from the Skin to Mint. This is the Money Well Spent podcast. Over the next few weeks, you're going to hear crazy stories by crazy guests. And thank you, Heart of England, for actually sponsoring this podcast and actually getting us the equipment to film this today. Thank you to Gabe for coming out and filming the podcast. And obviously, a big thank you to my mom for actually getting this organised as well. But our third guest today is Rups. I spent a lot of money on a man's best friend, his dog. But before we get into that, let's just have an intro. Rups, it's great to see you today. How are you?
Good to see you too, mate. Good.
I know before you said, before you came on, you said you're not looking forward to this, you don't usually do this outside your comfort zone. How are you feeling right now?
Absolutely not. It's not my thing, but you know, here we are.
Yeah, and it's starting to speak, but Rups, can you tell us about your upbringing? Let's just, before we get into the dog, let's talk about you.
I had a good upbringing. Got everything we needed, that kind of thing. Had to work for it though.
Yeah. Was you surrounded by wealth growing up?
No, not really, no. I mean, anything we wanted, like I said. I remember I wanted a pair of Nike Air Jordans. And I was told, you've got to go to work. For about £120. And I remember
what Jordans were they?
Jordan 4s. That shows my age.
I like Jordan 4s. I like them.
That shows my age. But so I'm packed off to work for my old man's mate at his market stall for £1 an hour.
£1 an hour?
Yeah, I ended up working for £1 an hour to raise £120 for these Jordans. And they stopped selling them by the time I got them. By the time
120 hours?
120 hours later, they stopped selling them. So I got the 5s, but I never got the 4s.
But did you ever get the 4s? Even growing up, did you get the 4s?
I got them on on a re-release later on. So yeah.
How was the job?
The job was all right. But I've worked since I was 13 years old.
So you've always been surrounded by work, and you never just been chilled, relaxed. It's always been work mode.
I have Christmas Day off.
Oh, is that the only day? Christmas Day?
Or a pandemic.
Oh, coronavirus! It literally stopped everything. Yeah. But let's talk about Gigs. So who is Gigs?
Gigs is my dog. I don't know. When I say my dog, I don't know who the owner in this relationship is. But
he takes wear the trousers.
That's right. Yeah.
So when did you get him? What age?
2014. He was 8 weeks when I got him.
Yeah. How old was you?
Couldn't tell you. 7 years ago. 37.
Oh my
37,
gosh.
Yeah.
So you've literally been together for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh my. So what breed is he?
He's an English Bulldog.
English Bulldog?
Yeah.
Is that your favourite type of dog? Or is it, you just see him and you're just thinking?
I literally just saw him. It was an impulse. Thing, like everything else I do. And I said to my mate, I need a dog. He said, you need a dog. 12 hours later, we're in Wales buying a dog.
In Wales? He's from Wales?
That's why he's Gigs, because he's from Wales and he dribbles. But we looked at these dogs and there was 5 of them on the picture. One of them had a spot on his head. Yeah. And my mate's like, well, you're Asian, you guys have one on your head, so...
I should laugh.
So off you go get that one. And there we were. Yeah.
What's the feeling when you first hold him?
It was weird. It's like, he was about that big.
Like a little potato.
Yeah. And I just wanted I've got him there and I just wanted to get in and out and give her the money and get out. I didn't really know what was going on. There's 5-6 dogs running around me. I wasn't really even a dog person before that, to be fair.
What kind of pet? Or was it just no pets? Was it?
No, never had pets before, no.
Not even growing up, you didn't have one at home?
I had a goldfish I won at the fair. I think that lasted about 3 days.
Oh, what happened to it? Did it just, you didn't feed it?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So you're holding him, you're looking at him. What's your impression? Was you like thinking, oh my gosh, I'm a dog person now? Was it?
It's the next. It wasn't the moment. It was the next sort of 3-4 weeks or whatever it was. I was waiting to bring him home. Now I've got this dog. Now it's like when you go to a restaurant, you order food, even if you're not hungry. You all of a sudden you are, and you want it now. Yeah. And it was like that kind of thing. But so that was the time while I was waiting for him to go pick him up.
And why is he called Gigs? For anyone watching,
He's called Gigs because I got him from Wales, and I put a picture on Facebook the day I first went and put the deposit on him, and I put it on Facebook, need a name, and everybody was giving me the standard names, like being in a gym environment. People like call him Dumbbell, call him Arnold, call him
Bench,
whatever, Rambo, Rocky, all these
treadmill,
all these kind of things. And then somebody said, "Why don't you call him Gigs?" I was like, "Oh, we're in Wales. He's Welsh. He dribbles. He's, there he is.
You're always dribble it, dribble
that. Yeah."
And so you got him from Wales, and how much now would you say from 2014 to 2021 you spent on gigs? That's a 7-year period.
That's wow.
That one over your eyes.
I don't really want to think about that. Just in the last few months since February, he's cost me upward of 10 grand.
10 grand.
Yeah, he tore his ACL on his leg. So I'm stuck in the middle of this pandemic where nobody's doing operations.
Yeah. Was it hard seeing him go through all the surgeries that you had to go?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've just had to sit at home with him for 8 weeks. All that kind of stuff. I take my bed out of my room and sleep on the floor, so he's got nowhere to jump on. All this kind of stuff. But he's at least he's on the mend now. That's the main thing.
How is he getting better now, or is he just?
Oh, he's a lot better. He's running around now. Yeah.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
But Gigs, he's your clothing brand. He literally brings all the people in your gym. You got a car for him.
Yeah.
Tell me about the clothing brand for Gigs. Why'd you put him on the face of your business?
Basically, he's my dog. I take him everywhere I go. Right from when he was a puppy, I've never left him alone. He cries. You leave him alone, he cries.
Yeah.
Even if he's in your eye line, he will be over there crying. Yeah. And so basically in 2015, I've wound up opening a gym. And we're here. You've seen my Instagram, my Facebook.
Yeah.
Dog everywhere. And then I get wind that there's a gym. No names mentioned, obviously, but there's a gym, and they're asking people. They're watching my Facebook, apparently.
That's good.
Asking people to bring their dogs in so they can walk them. And I'm thinking, what are they doing? Anyway, they put up a picture of two. I don't know. I think they might have been pugs or something like that. They've put up a picture of these two dogs saying, "Our gym mascots."
Oh, so they copied it.
Yeah, well, no, because I didn't see him as a mascot.
Okay,
so it was just, it's my dog and he's always with me. Yeah. And so this irritated me. Cause I think, are they calling my dog a mascot? And so it kind of irritated me.
Yeah.
And so there was a lady who comes in here, she was like, use that dog. I was like, what do you mean use the dog? I'm not using my dog. He's my dog.
She was like, saying, use your dog.
Yeah. And she was like, no. And anyway, long story short, we've ended up putting a T-shirt and a hat on this dog, taking some pictures, taking them on the internet, and all of a sudden, their two pugs or whatever got 28 likes. He got 700 and something, and
he's famous, man. He's famous,
and it just kind of rolled from there to a point. All I was ever hearing was, and it used to annoy me in the beginning. I used to hear, well, that gym only works because of your dog. And it used to like, but what about me?
It used to get underneath your skin when they said that.
But now I look back at it and they were right. They were right. That's why, he's everywhere. So,
And how has it been putting a clothing brand together? Was it hard at first, starting selling clothes?
No, because we had a brand for the gym anyway. All we did was the dog started being prominent, to a point we've ended up changing the logo to her because that's how everybody knows it. For example, a friend of mine went to a gym in Birmingham and he was wearing the T-shirt. This one didn't have the dog on it. But they said, is that the gym with the dog in Coventry?
Oh, so you always know it as the gym with the dog. Gym with the dog.
And my mate was like, oh, you know Rups? They're like, no, who's that?
Oh, so they know the dog's more known. You know what I mean?
And my mate was like, nah, don't worry, he's just a guy who walks the dog. Don't worry about him. So yeah, that's basically how it is, So
we have Gigs, the mascot.
Yeah.
Roots, the person that walks the mascot.
That's right.
No, but man's best friend, I'd literally do the same.
Yeah.
But I have a cat, Pixie. Shout out Pixie. I'm a cat person. Everyone thinks I'm weird for having a cat, but
yeah.
But anyone that didn't know, this is the gym that I go to. I see Gigs walking around all the time. He literally looks stronger now. It's crazy to see the progress that he's went through.
Pottering around now, a lot better.
And you have a car for Gigs. Explain that to me.
Yeah, I I changed my car last year, and you stick him in that car, he's like that, head against the thing, and like he's scared all the way to wherever he's going. Yeah. So I've ended up getting another car.
And how much was that out your pocket just to get a car for the dog?
Well, it cost $2,000 to get the car, and then another insurance and everything on top of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Did you like that one better? Is he happy?
I prefer that car. Yeah.
And does Gigs like it?
Yeah, he just sleeps in the back.
We said to people, what questions do you have for Rups and about the dog?
Yeah.
So Sam said, "Is Gigs if Gigs passed away today? Hopefully he doesn't touch wood. Would you be interested in getting another dog?"
Absolutely not.
And why wouldn't you get another dog?
I've always said that to anyone. I would never get another dog. If I was to have done that, I would have did it while he's still around.
Yeah.
But I don't think he'd appreciate sharing any attention with anyone else. So
you don't want no brothers or sisters.
No. He's an attention seeker. So.
And if you had to describe Gigs in 3 words, Sam said, how would you describe Gigs?
Without swearing?
Without swearing, it's a PG podcast. Shout out all the kids watching as well. How would you describe it in 3 words?
In 3 words, fat.
He's in shape. He's in shape. I've seen him on the treadmill. He's in shape.
Amazing.
Yeah,
and loyal.
Yeah. Those are 3 strong words to describe him.
Yeah.
I see you looking down. You getting a little bit emotional.
I started with fat.
Yeah. Started with fat. I thought he was getting emotional. He was thinking about him being fat. But someone said, were you scared about going into debt, spending this amount of money on the dog?
No, I did have I had a moment in the lockdown where obviously your gym's shut. I love to sell my car. You know.
So you literally do you see this dog as your like a son figure, or do you see him as like a best friend?
A bit of both, to be fair. Yeah, he's my kid basically.
Yeah. Literally, and I've got another question from Jennifer, and she said, when you actually spent this money on Gig, did it bring satisfaction to you?
Yeah, right from day one. It kind of gave me a foundation, something to kind of like responsibility. Yeah. And I think it's made other areas of my life better. Yeah. So kept me on the straight and narrow.
I've got one more question, but this one's from me. Okay. This one's from me. What's the best memory of Gigs, and what's the worst memory? We've got to throw the little juicy one there.
We'll go for the worst one first then.
Start with
the worst one was this last few months, basically, because he's everything that can go wrong sort of has gone wrong with him, and but like I said, he's pulled through, so that's all right. The best one was that he's not an aggressive dog.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
You've seen him walking around, he's always around people. Yeah. One time in 6 years, I've had to kick somebody out of this gym. The guy's over there shouting his mouth off, whatever, and this dog has just literally gone for it. And didn't even think he had it in him. Literally just ran straight at him, ran him straight out the door.
Oh my! Was the guy running? He's actually running. Oh my god!
Just ran him straight out the door, and that was because I didn't expect it. Other than that, you know what he's like. He lies around, just snores.
Like for me, like I'm literally scared of dogs. I'm actually really, really scared of dogs. No one knew. And like one time I got chased by a dog like on a football pitch. Yeah. But when I seen Gibbs like walking around, there's one time I went to go pet him. Literally, he's a nice dog. He literally doesn't bite. Literally, I thought all dogs were literally like really aggressive dogs.
Yeah,
but he actually isn't. We have a call section where you put a name down of someone that you'd want to call, someone that's been supporting you. Yeah. And who do you put down and why?
It's my friend Dave. He's one of those people who won't go away. He's always there, but always been a good friend to me. And I think we're only friends because we're both Man United supporters. But
actually Arsenal. You're gonna hate me. I'm an Arsenal supporter.
Well, don't tell him that because he'll put the phone down on you. And but yeah, he's a really good friend of mine.
So we're gonna give him a quick call and see what he thinks about gigs. Do you like gigs?
Yeah, I'd say so. I hope so.
Hello,
is this Dave?
Yeah, this is David.
You're in the Money Well Spent podcast. We've got Rups, and I just want to ask you a couple of questions about gigs.
Oh, okay.
So, what do you think about gigs? Or
he's
sorry.
Gigs the dog.
Yeah, Giggs the dog.
Yeah, he's a wicked little character. Giggs is just very, very, very excitable. He's just one of the good dogs. One of the good dogs.
And who do you think the face of the business is? Do you think it's Giggs or do you think it's Rups?
What, for the gym?
For the gym. Who do you think literally owns
Rups hasn't got a chance. Giggs owns that gym.
What do you think when you say this, Rups? What do you think?
He's right. I can't even argue it. Everyone can't be wrong, can they?
He ain't got a chance.
He ain't got a chance. I agree. He ain't got a chance. We've got him on the wall right here as well.
Put his face on the front of there. You ain't getting no one.
Yeah, personally, I'd rather buy a shirt that has Giggs on it than Rups, personally. I'm sorry, Rups. I'm sorry. But, Rups, if you had one question to ask Dave right now, what'd you ask him? About Giggs.
About Giggs. Would you go out and buy a dog just so that Giggs can have someone to hang around with?
I might have done that. Oh, yeah, I might do.
And what kind of dog would it be? What kind of dog would it be?
See, I went out and bought a dog because he had Giggs. You know what I mean? It's one of them ones that it just gets you thinking that you want a dog, but I'm still trying to wait for more dogs to turn into Giggs. Like.
You will never be as hench as Giggs. Giggs is too much.
Just like you won't be as hench as me.
You know what I mean? It's another level. Still waiting for my dog to start doing stuff like Giggs. Yeah.
But let's hope your dog is a mascot like Giggs. But thank you, Dave, for talking to us today. And I hope you have a great day. We're just going to get back to Rups.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you.
Cheers, bud. Thank you.
It's no surprise he's always loved that dog, to be fair, right from the beginning.
Yeah.
He's Uncle Dave, isn't he?
Uncle Dave, shout out Uncle Dave if you're watching this right now. But Rups, down here we have £50,000.
Yeah.
Let me just put it on the table so you can see this. This is Rups. I see you taking that, Rups. You better put that back up. Rups, £50,000 in fake money. Fake money. If the dog was needed life-saving surgery, would you actually spend this full £50,000 on the dog?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Oh my gosh, that shows like you guys have a strong bond. Yeah, really strong bond. And have you ever spent this much on anything? Like, would you spend?
I've never seen that much.
You haven't never.
Well, no,
I thought
I won't go. But
if this was real cash, oh my gosh, I'd be running away.
Funny story. Like, when I first got him, I worked at another gym, and some travellers walked in. The woman really liked Giggs.
Yeah.
So the guy's, he's like, how much do you want for the dog?
Yeah.
I've had him 6 weeks. How much do you want for the dog? He's not for sale. So now he's took out a wedge of money.
Yeah.
Not 50 grand, but he's took out a wedge of money.
A decent amount.
Yeah. And he was like, how much did you pay for him? I said, 1,500 quid. He goes, I'll give you 3 grand.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, he's not for sale. And he went, how much do you want for him? I said, they're your kids. And he went, yeah. I was like, how much do you want for them?
Yeah, it's the same principle. You know what I mean? You see that dog
and he
as
just
you
stopped. He was like, yeah.
He knows it's not going to get anywhere.
That was it. Yeah. So,
but we've got one more question, Rups. This is the main question. I told you that camera is looking at you, so could you look at the camera and everyone watching as well? Is this money well spent?
Absolutely, definitely money well spent.
Would you do it again if you had to go back and do it again? Would you do it again?
Every single time.
And even Taylor, shout out Taylor, he said, it's not a question, but I love dogs, and he spent every single penny on a dog as well.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know if I do it for my cat, I'm sorry. But this has been the Money Well Spent podcast. Rups, it's been a pleasure having you on. Mate. Even though you don't like doing this sort of things, I really appreciate coming on. Still don't, but this has been the Money Well Spent podcast. And everyone watching, thank you.
Cheers, mate.